original people at PlayStation, pretty much the OG of OG. He was PlayStation's president for a long time. He was one of the original cheerleaders of the whole PlayStation project at Sony. He's quitting. And I guess it's
This
not
man don't want nothing to do with the company because it's trash. 31 years wasted of my life, man. What happened to the greatness of PlayStation? He's probably saying to himself, what happened? Now I see why Jim Ryan left.
too big of a shock because he's pretty up there in years, but it does feel like the tone of the internet. A lot of people are just sad because PlayStation as a
What is there to be sad about, man? It looks like PlayStation is getting ready to abandon shit, man. Look at all the people that has been with Sony ever since the PlayStation 1 are calling it quits because you know why? They don't like the direction of the company. You know, you got Herman Hurst. He's finally like, oh, wow, Guerrilla Games, we finally get to push our games to a new light. You know, remember, let's not act like this dude's games weren't really favorable back in the days. Games such as Killzone. I mean, Horizon was due to PS4, but, now Herman's, he's smelling his own farts. He's feeling himself. He's like, yeah, now I'm the head of PlayStation, even though you had the majority of your projects be failing games.
Brand is a face company. It's definitely begun to pivot. It does feel like ever since Reggie Fils-Aimé stepped down, a lot of these companies used to have like a spokesperson, an actual human person that said, here's our games, here's why they're best, here's why you should buy them. And with the leaving of Shuhei, it does feel like that face love personality has kind of left PlayStation with him. But let's take a look at
Well, it's done then. I mean, I guess if Yoshida's there, then PlayStation ain't really PlayStation. I mean, I kind of knew PlayStation wasn't really what they were supposed to when I found out that PlayStation has been being managed by their American gaming division, which is Sony of America. That's kind of when I was like, yeah, when you got a platform, right? And I'm not saying they don't have Nintendo of Japan or Nintendo of America, but when the main source, it's like saying, you know how I know Microsoft will be going under? If you're like, oh, Microsoft of Japan is managing the console gaming now. Then because that's an American company. No different than Sony. The fact that Sony of Japan has no influence anymore shows you that PlayStation has already been done. I go as far to say that the real essence of PlayStation died with the PS3. You people know that. That's why Sony of America, and you're like, well, if that's the case, then why is Sony still continuing to go on? Because they're still making a lot of money in the West. With Call of Duty and live services subscriptions, they're still making a lot of money here. So, of course, they're not going to abandon it. But if you want to be technically honest, the true essence of Sony was already gone during the PS3. That's when Sony of Japan's like, yeah, we're going to step away from this. We'll try to sucker as many of these European and American gamers, but that's besides it. It's just a quick little hustle, and that's why we don't see the same passion from these companies. Nintendo of Japan is what runs Nintendo of America.
And I want to look at his statement to see what he's saying about his own incredible legacy. But let's get the first guy who really came out and said, hey, PlayStation is going to kick ass. Oh, man.
Yeah.
That's actually
and unfortunately, they ain't doing it now because they're even losing to the Nintendo Switch. And what's even more funny, this dude's leaving before Marvel Spider-Man 2 go to PC. This man has had enough of this. He's like, you know what, man, I'm going to get out of here before this gets real bad, man. Right before Marathon and all these other garbage games coming out from Sony. Let me leave right now before they start blaming me like Jim.
For PlayStation,
it's over.
Having a face
PlayStation is finished.
Kind of like, because I guess there are corporate bigwigs. There's people that can talk into a microphone, but he is that guy who felt like a friendly bro that I definitely would love to game with. I mean, he used to go and take people out to dinners and stuff like that.
That's funny because Phil Spencer does that, and you guys say that's some fake Xbox promotion. Remember, I heard he was taking his own community on coffee breaks. I mean, to be honest with you, if you want to be respectable, Phil Spencer got more gamer score than Yoshida and all these people that run PlayStation. Let's put our CEOs to the test and see who's the ones really out here gaming. I mean, Phil Spencer got more gamer score than you, and he don't even have a YouTube channel.
mailing and stuff. I don't know. It was cool that
A
he seemed like
CEO that runs a $1 trillion company play more games than y'all, and y'all told me I work 95. I got kids. I got families. I can't invest my time like this. And you got a CEO that's running a $1 trillion company playing more games than you. Yeah, that just also goes to show you that you people ain't nothing but a bunch of fake wannabe gamers.
Who
go.
is happy to be on the PlayStation team.
Well, he ain't happy no more, man. He's like, man, exclusivity? What's this? Putting game on PC? Come on, Sony. Come on. We gotta do what we gotta do, Yoshida. We gotta make our money. What's this? Where's the new IP? Where's the new games, man? What's this? I'm sorry, Yoshida, but if you feel like we'll lay you off and we'll make it seem like you didn't get fired. We'll do that for you because you was a legend for us. We hold you deeply in our hearts. You're the reason as to why PlayStation has gone this far. I know, but I mean, I'm out there abandoning ship. This is crazy. You guys bringing out all these games and, it's getting to the point where Xbox is saving you. Come on, PlayStation, get it together, man.
Yoshida was the last key PlayStation figure who was truly this sympathetic and above all human. He was someone whose love
unbelievable,
for video
man.
games you could.
They acting like PlayStation just died today, man. Y'all got a tombstone and everything, bro. Like, what's going on here, man? This man's living his life, bro. Let the man enjoy the 31 years of greatness that he gave to PlayStation, because unfortunately that is coming to an end, because even the gamers themselves are not happy with PlayStation. And I mean, you guys can fanboy for this all you want. I'm not happy with the direction of PlayStation. If you've been playing with PlayStation since the PS1, you will understand exactly where I'm coming from. Yo, look, well, you don't say that about Xbox. Well, last time I checked, Xbox wasn't really a beloved console. So what else is there to really say? Right, according to the pony logic. But let's not act like PlayStation has never really been on a pedestal of greatness. We've already seen it. We've seen what PlayStation was about. And unfortunately, the PS5 just does not give us that same experience. And you guys know that.
Now, he's been the head of PlayStation Indies, his job, and he seems to absolutely love it. If you followed him on Twitter or Blue Sky or whatever, the guy would basically play and test and beat pretty much every single big indie, and personally would go, hey, this is great, here's why it's great. Scroll down here. Let me see what games he's talking about. You've been with Sony Interactive Entertainment for so long. What's guiding this decision and the timing? I feel like this is the crucial question. So we're going to read this and then maybe one more. And then I got to get back to the party because I'm being a jerk. If my friends see this video, I promise I'm coming back downstairs in a second. Okay. I've been with PlayStation from the beginning, and this is my 31st year with PlayStation. And when I hit 30 years, I was thinking, it may be time for me to move on.
See, it took him from that. You see, that so-called Marvel Spider-Man 2 2023. He's like, yeah, you know what, man? After seeing that, I think it's about time for me to leave. The things are getting bad here for Sony.
No, the company's been doing great. I love the PlayStation 5. I love the games.
Of course he's going to say that. I mean, I don't think he loves it, bro. Because if he did, he would still be here supporting it. He will still be here being the spokesperson for Sony. When is the last time this dude even came out on an E3 or anything to talk about the greatness of PlayStation? He don't even do that no more, because I'm telling you, it's just like Shinji Mikami. They're getting blackballed out of the gaming industry. People probably told him at Microsoft, hey, man, say, I wouldn't work on my Evil Within 3. Phil probably promised them. Oh, no, Shinji, they're not into that. They want to High Five Rush, these kids, and huh? What about the hardcore, the survival horror fans? Shinji, I'm sorry. You did a lot of stuff for Capcom. You did a lot of great work. You even did a lot of great work for us in Microsoft. But unfortunately, we're going to have to do games like High Five Rush. This baby stuff, I'm out of here, man. You can shut down Tango. I'm getting out of here, man. Guarantee Shinji walked out and with all his stuff, and he's like, I'm leaving. You know what I'm saying? This is right here shows you that gaming is not for you. Honestly, guys, I haven't even got a chance to play the new Stalker because I've just been busy with a lot of life things and stuff. But I'm going to be honest with you. I don't get excited to play new games, man. I'm not going to sit here in front. Every time, it's like, I just don't care, bro. And this is just me being honest with y'all. I do enjoy Xbox. I do enjoy these platforms for what they are, but I'm not happy with them. They don't make me want to go on it. I'm sorry. I'm going to be honest with y'all. And this is from all platforms, bro, including the Nintendo Switch, bro. Gaming right now is just boring. It really is. And then I say to myself, when I'm playing these games, I feel like I'm wasting my time, bruh. You know what I mean? I'm not saying that I'm not a gamer. I just rather play old things now. I feel like I'm just trying to rekindle the nostalgic aspects of my childhood where that's where I'm happy. That's where I feel happy. No matter what Xbox does, Gears Z Day, hopefully it'll rekindle the old days of me playing Gears on the 360. But we already know it's gonna just be a good game. We'll see, because it is Gears Z Day. So this one might be a good one. It's not like a Gears 6. So we'll see. But I want to have the same feeling like I had when I picked up the game when it was first out on the 360. A lot of games can't rekindle those feelings, and I think that's what's really impacting the gaming industry for a lot of people.
Coming to the platform, and we have a new generation of management who I respect.
Yeah, that new generations of management. Yep, the same people ruining Sony.
And admire. So I'm excited for the future of PlayStation.
You could tell he's lying, bro. He lying out his teeth when he said that. You know, he probably said that with a smile. You know, he did that like, you know how people be saying that stuff. I'm really happy and I admire the people at this company, you know, but he got the fakest smile of all time when he says it. That's why he's leaving out the door, man. It's like when you're hurt. It's like when you're hurt when your child ain't doing what you're supposed to, and you sit there and you tell him, and you have that smile like you think he could do what he's supposed to, but he always goes back to doing the same thing. This is exactly what Yoshida did. He's like, I raised you, son. I raised you for 30 years of my life. Now it's about time you grow up and, you know, be a man and manage things yourself. And you got that fake smile on your face when you leave the room, and like I said, you let fate decide himself. You let fate in himself decide it for himself. So this is what's going on here, man. You know, he created this baby, and now it's a grown adult, and now he's, you know, PlayStation's doing pony dust now, and things are not looking the way that it used to.
PlayStation is in really good hands, and I thought, okay,
it's in terrible hands.
Time. Now, there has been some rumblings that Herman Hulst specifically, he was the head of PlayStation Games for a long time. He was previously the CEO of Guerrilla. He helped make stuff like Killzone and Horizon Zero Dawn and stuff. There has been talks that he has been more hands-on.
Which is a problem, because if Sony acquires From Software, this is going to be a problem. Tell Herman Hulst to get his lousy hands off these games.
With what PlayStation has been up to. And some people think
you guys essentially have the David Cage of PlayStation. I'm telling you, man, that dude will ruin your games.
This is him pushing people out. I don't see it that way.
I don't think of that.
It does seem like certain people, some of the older big dogs, perhaps are in a position now where they're like, okay, I don't need to constantly be stirring the pot. Now I can just let the flavor simmer. The people have the right idea.
Yeah, what flavors is that? Old remasters? Old remakes? That, you know, savoring it with old spices? Listen, brother, PlayStation is not wine. It's soda, okay? It tastes good when it came out, but then over time it starts tasting horribly because it's carbonated inside.
Mind. It is sad, though, because honestly, it's hard to purely put this on the shoulders of Shuhei, but man, the PlayStation 3 and the PlayStation 4 generations were so freaking good.
I honestly, PS4 generation, even though the PS3 generation was a failure, financial flop for Sony, I actually did enjoy it. I thought there was some great games. I thought Sony was very experimental during that time. I didn't really like PS4 either. I'm going to be honest. What? I mean, I think PS4 was good for what it was, but I didn't really like PS4 and Xbox One generation either, personally. You know, I think there was probably... Like, if you told me, like, GameStop, how many games do you think told out of that generation that you actually enjoyed? Most of them were third party, and most of them were like just 10 games. Like, I'd say I enjoyed. I didn't really care for Gears 4. I did like. Let me look through the list. I liked it Gears 5. I liked it Ark Survival. Those games was really pushing the boundaries of those consoles. Gears 5, I like Gears 5, Ark Survival, Red Dead Redemption 2 multiplayer. I'm just trying to list the games. Yeah, I really didn't like much of that generation. I'm trying to think, guys, without trying to throw in a remaster. I didn't care for Halo 4 and 5. I mean, Halo 5, and I didn't care for those. I didn't. So let's be honest, I can't even barely come up with a list of 10 games. Do you see how bad that is? That I can barely come up with a list of 10 games out of 3 platforms, which would be the Wii U, Xbox One, and PS4. That generation was trash. It really was. I don't want to throw out like a PS3 or 360. I'm talking about a game like Gears 5, Ark Survival Evolved. I thought that was good. That really made me play. Let me see. You know? But if somebody told me, hey man, what is the best games for PS1? Oh, we got Tumble 1, Tumble 2, we got Bushido Blade 1 and 2, we got Tenchu 1 and 2, we got Nightmare Creatures, we got Fighting Force, we got Threads of Fate, we got Legend of Legaia, Legend of Dragoon, Final Fantasy 7, 8, and 9, Final Fantasy Anthologies. You see the difference? I could just start naming games. You see what I'm saying? But if you tell me, oh, make the top 10 games you played during that last generation, I have to think. Because I did like Uncharted 4, mostly for the multiplayer, but I didn't really care for it. It's not it's not a game that I cherish. You feel me? Even Gears 5, I didn't really cherish like that. I just thought it was a better Gears 4, personally. Killer Instinct. I did like Killer Instinct. I didn't care too much for Street Fighter 5. I guess Guilty Gear Stripe, but a lot of those games came out later towards the generation. Oh, Marvel Spider-Man. I did like the first one. But like I said, none of these were really memorable, though. Like, none of these are games I'm going to sit there and say to myself that I cherish. Shenmue 3 came out. Can't stand it. Yeah. PS4 and Xbox One generation was bad, guys. Yes, I did like a few more Xbox games, like Killer Instinct, but I mean, Killer Instinct I think is actually very underrated. Gears 5 is just still pales in comparison to the trilogies. Halo I did not care about. Crackdown was a complete flop to me. If you really think about it, Xbox One and PS4 generation was trash. They really was. I didn't care for God of War Reboot. I did not care for Horizon. I did find a new profound appreciation for Monster Hunter World. I did like Generations, but that's more towards the Switch. I did like Monster Hunter Generations, but that's more for the 3DS and Switch. Wii U, let me see. I'm going to think for the Wii U. I like Mario Kart 8, but it's not a memorable game for me. Xenoblade. Yeah, Xenoblade Chronicles X. That was a good one. I'll put that one up there for the Wii U. Well, damn, what really was out there, man? Smash Bros. Not really. I'm gonna be honest. Dang, that's what I'm saying. Oh, Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate, but even then, that's an old game for the 3DS. So it's just like, you see what I'm saying? A lot of the good games during that generation were just remasters and old games even then. Now it's starting to become worse. Gaming just sucks, bro. I'm telling you, it's trash. You know, if people tell me, hey, Gamester, make a list of the best games during the original Xbox, GameCube, and PS2 generation. Oh, that's easy. Resident Evil 4, Resident Evil Code Veronica. I mean, I can even add Sega Dreamcast to that, Sonic Adventure 1 and 2, Sonic Heroes. Bro, come on, bro. It's already over. It's already over. I already destroyed y'all. This is why you know these consoles are garbage. Because it's like, if I could sit there and just start charting off names like that, like quick, rapid fire questions, then you know that we have a problem with games in this generation. We have a huge problem. Because I can tell Luigi's Mansion, Eternal Darkness, you know what I mean? Billy Hatcher, Super Monkey Ball. It's already, guys, it's done. You already lost. Take your bag and go home. You already lost. We could just send out GameCube and you lost. Let alone the PS2, Onimusha 1, 2, and 3, Devil May Cry. Come on, bro, it's done. You guys have already lost. Dragon Guard, Shadow Colossus. Our era was the best. Golden age of gaming died during the PS3 and 360, and I will still continue to say that. Gaming sucks. I don't care how many people keep saying, oh, Xbox Series X. Bro, it sucks. Xbox Series S should be called Xbox Series Sucks. That's what the S stands for. Sucks. It's so funny y'all call me an Xbox fanboy, but I do bash Xbox too. Xbox Series Sucks. That's what the S stands for. PS5 is garbage, bro. These consoles are boring. There's no games. I mean, if you told me, I'll even name the N64, which had the most limited library of all time, of all gaming consoles. Make a top 10 list of the best, some of your favorite N64 games. Banjo-Kazooie, Banjo-Tooie, Donkey Kong 64, Perfect Dark, GoldenEye 007, World Is Not Enough. I also like the Turok 1, 2, and 3. You're done. You've already finished. I like the Blast Corps, Killer Instinct 2 Gold. You're done. Mischief Makers, Bomberman Hero, Bomberman 64, Bomberman Second Attack. You're done. What are you going to say? Mario Party 1, 2, and 3. It's already over. I've already destroyed you. Harvest Moon 64. We can keep going with the list, baby. That's what a good console stands for. When you guys say that these are good consoles, if you can't name 10 games at the snap of a finger, then their console ain't good. I'm going to stand on that. You tell people in this community, if you can't name 10 games, I'm sorry if I'm talking too much, 10 games for a system, let it be Xbox One, PS4, or PS5, that is rapid fire, then you know your console's garbage. Is that fair enough for you guys? Because I can do that for every console. But the only ones I can't do it for is for PS4 and Xbox One. I could even do it for PS3. Warhawk, Starhawk, Folklore. I even liked it, Haze. I personally liked it. It wasn't the Halo killer that everybody wanted, but I did like it. Unreal Tournament 3. You know what I mean? SOCOM Confrontation, SOCOM 4, Killzone 2 and 3, God of War 3, God of War Ascension, PlayStation Home even. I mean, dang, I can even throw Siren Blood Curse. It's already over. Y'all lost. You guys have already lost. I even like Genji, Heavenly Sword. What do you guys have? Ninja Gaiden 2 came out. Bro, it's done, bro. I don't care. Let me just keep going with this video before I keep ranting.
The idea of the personal shepherd of those generations is gone from the industry, from PlayStation. It does feel like such a crazy, crazy pivot. Man. It's wild. Yeah, talking about Ken Kutaragi, the father of PlayStation. Look at now in the current age of bloat and big games with microtransactions and 1,000-man development teams and 5-year dev cycles is how much seat of the pants everything was back in the day. Like right now, actually, me and my friend, what we're doing is we're playing Silent Hill. We decided we're going to beat the original Silent Hill. We're having like a PlayStation 1 themed night tonight. And
yeah, why ain't it not PlayStation 5 theme? Because you know the PS5 sucks. It is boring.
While we're playing it, we keep just marveling about the fact that Silent Hill 1 was made in pretty much 1 year, from the cutscenes to the music to the story to the graphics to the gameplay. I almost kind of miss that era of PlayStation.
I miss that era of gaming. It's not even just PlayStation. I miss that era of gaming.
Figuring it out. Small teams, lots of passion, crazy amounts of just raw effort. And I do feel like Shuhei Yoshida very much reflected that.
Well, he's gone now, so that also shows you that gaming is gone with it.
Shuhei, you're not going to see this video. You're a busy guy, but I mean, you do spend time on YouTube. If you see this, man, the biggest salute to you, sir. If anybody deserves the biggest gratitude, the biggest send-off, the biggest hurrah, it is you, man.
Are you serious? What about the guy that made Sega? Yui Hakazu, whatever. I don't know how to pronounce his name. I'm not good with Japanese names. Yui Suzuki. What about him? You know, bro, this is why, bro. Like I said, I have no problem with people, you know, being fans of other companies, because I am. But it's like you never show respect towards Sega. Ever.
Your retirement or whatever you do.
Even though you got a Dreamcast hat on your head.
You have definitely earned that victory lap. But I got to get back to Silent Hill.
And neither did Sega, but Sega don't deserve that victory lap, even though it was their 25th year anniversary. I don't even care no more, bro. But like I said, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, man. To me, this is a gaming problem. You got all these OGs leaving, Shinji and all of them, because you know why? Gaming sucks. And they see the writing on the wall. Honestly, I'm probably not even going to ever buy a game for $70, $60, $70 no more. I'm done supporting this garbage industry. I would rather invest my money on something that I know that I'm going to single-handedly enjoy. And that's old school and classic gaming, baby. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, man. Like I said, sorry for the little rambles. Hopefully you guys did appreciate it. Make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe. Take care. Have a good one. And also, too, let's not forget, make sure you guys have a very nice, happy Thanksgiving.